Iran says it has updated the International Atomic Energy Agency on its new generation of centrifuges. The spokesman of the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran, Behruz Kamalvandi, says initial testing on the centrifuges has been completed. Kamalvandi says the new generation of centrifuges was produced with a high capacity compared with the previous generation. He says Iran is determined to continue with its research and development activities to produce energy to generate 20,000 megawatts of electricity in the long term. The update to the IAEA is in line with an agreement reached with the agency in November. US President Barack Obama has rejected Israeli criticism of a nuclear deal with Iran, saying Tel Aviv's vision of an ideal agreement with Tehran is unrealistic.
We're able to get this deal done, then what we can achieve through a diplomatic resolution of this situation is frankly greater than what we could achieve with the other options that are available to us.
Obama says it's unrealistic to believe that Iran would halt and dismantle its nuclear program completely. That's what Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been lobbying for. Obama says the best possible agreement with Tehran is likely to be better than the alternatives. He also suggested that Iran could enrich uranium as part of a comprehensive deal with the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany. Obama made the remarks at the Brookings Institute's Saban Forum in Washington. For more on this, let's talk to Kaveh Afrasiabi, author and political scientist, joining us from Boston. Welcome, sir. Mr. Afrasiabi, first of all, with the first step taken by Iran, just how much faith could Iran have in the P5+1?
Well, we are at the beginning stages of implementing the Geneva Agreement that was reached on November 24th. And this is a very crucial week with the parties gathering together in Vienna on the technical side of things. So basically, Iran is engaged in a three-part process. On the one hand, with the IAEA, on the other, with implementing this new agreement, and finally, on a broader negotiation, which is to commence as of January, hopefully, for a final status agreement and the end of sanctions, etc. So, there's a great deal of efforts that need to be made, and Iran's implementation of the terms of its agreement with the IAEA, which you just noted, is a step in the right direction that shows that Iran is faithfully doing its part of the bargain, and it's now up to the other side.
And of course, US President Barack Obama has told Israel that an ideal nuclear deal with Iran is, quote, unrealistic. So how likely will Israel sabotage such a deal and turn it to its own advantage?
Well, Israel has a lot of supporters in the U.S. Congress, and there are reports that some of them are preparing a no sanctions resolution that will torpedo this agreement, because it specifically says that the parties need to pause on no sanctions. And President Obama, in his speech yesterday, admitted that there are significant differences with Israel and that he's pursuing a diplomatic track to resolve the Iranian nuclear standoff. So it remains to be seen how much leverage the pro-Israel forces can have on the White House in the weeks and months to come.
Kaveh Afrasiabi, author and political scientist from Boston. Thanks for your thoughts, sir.